Look, this is such great sunlight. The sun is right there. This is the perfect way to start a vlog, right? With the sun shining down. Boom. Is it right there or it's perfect? All right, let's go. So every day people want to know, why are people that are dumber than you more successful than you? And that's because success and intelligence don't necessarily go hand in hand, but sometimes it does. So for instance, one thing I believe is that you are usually probably thinking too much, planning, because you're so intelligent, you're taking all things into consideration. And people who aren't intelligent, they just act. And I believe there's way more success tied to action than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually taking the act. And then when you combine action and thinking together, then you end up with success, or the ability to make money, or the ability to live out your dreams. But you can't just constantly be thinking and planning and planning and planning and like, you know what I mean? What's this?
Oh,
what's
lemon?
This?
Lemon.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
How is it?
It's good.
Huh? Come on. If you're wondering why this is on my head like this, is because I use it as a face mask right now. So it's like I pull it down, covers my mouth. This is Ra about to eat her Dunkin' Donuts, right? Yeah. And we're on the Hoboken waterfront. As you see, where's the what? So that's what I want to say. A lot of times people think they're so smart, but a lot of times they're not smarter than taking action, you know what I mean? Now, of course, like I said before in previous videos, you can take action and repeat the same action over and over and not learn anything. And it's like, if you ain't gonna learn nothing, then you're basically an animal, because you know, you're just like taking action. Like a dog can run, you know what I'm saying? But it's a little bit more difficult for that dog to know when to stop, turn around, go right, go left, jump, get down, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the strategy comes into place for things that you're trying to do. Now, a lot of times you get paralyzed by the fact that it's like, yo, I'm so smart, I have to take all these things into consideration. But what you have to understand is, like, experience is basically almost the only teacher, right? So when you don't have experience in something, even if you're gonna, like, even if you think you've done all the research, until you've taken that first step into making that happen, it's like you don't really know, you know what I'm saying? So it makes no sense to sit there and plan and write out all these plans. You know, it's better to begin your journey, start documenting the journey, and as you're documenting the journey, then it's like, oh, then you're almost reverse creating a plan for if you need to repeat what you've done. Because like what's going on is, like, as you repeat as you do something, you're gonna have to repeat it anyway, because if it works, you're gonna need to repeat it. So you document it. So I believe in documenting and moving forward and referencing what you've done in the past. But I feel like one of the reasons that a lot of people are more successful than others is just because they just jump, you know what I mean? Like, you can learn to swim, but then you really don't know how to swim until you get in that water, because once that water hits you, and that panic changes everything, you know what I mean? And that's the same thing, like when you like invest in the stock market, you could trade all day with virtual simulated fake money, but until you have your real $10, $15, $20,000 sitting there at that account, that anxiety, it just changes the way that you decide what you're gonna do, you know what I mean? And you can't really account for that when you have a predetermined plan, you know what I mean? And a lot of times you're planning for something that you have no idea what it's like. So it's like you're gonna make this whole elaborate plan, and then step one is already off because you didn't account for something, because you never actually done this. So there's always like a way to do things, and then there's a practical way of how people actually do it that's in that space, and you have to learn it, and the only way to learn it is to do it, you know what I mean? That's why it's so great to have like a mentor, somebody who as you're taking action, they can direct you and point you in the right direction and point you in the right direction. And every time you're about to turn off, it's like they're gonna point you in the right direction again. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I don't know what's more intelligent, thinking and making a plan, or just straight up taking action and getting to it.